All right, so we got some brand new mods which completely changed Cyberpunk, including the highly requested thermal katana. This was promised to us originally, and now we could play with it through the power of mods. But also, we have new interactive spots around Night City where you can finally sit with your friends and enjoy a bar or, you know, a drink together, and some cool Edgerunners locations as well. But check this out. I love this visual mod. We're going to talk about it here in just a moment. If you're a fan of things like Sin City or that look, well, you're going to want to see this. And we have some really cool Edgerunners inspired mods which completely change the look of your character. If you're in love with Edgerunners like me, you're definitely going to want this mod, especially if you have the third person mod you know, already installed. And check it out, I can't highlight mods without a Halloween mod in here, because yes, Halloween is fast approaching. So let's get straight into this right now, starting out with the Katana mod, the thermal Katana mod, I should say. This one's really cool because you got to remember this was promised to us through marketing material. Everyone has been wondering, hey, where is this? Where did it go? Would we ever see it as official DLC? Well, it looks like if we did, it's too late because modders have already beat CD Projekt Red to the punch. But this one is really cool because it also adds some really cool visual effects to your attack. So you'll see steam coming off of enemies and things like that. And also enemies will actually catch fire, which we will see in just a moment as we continue this combat. Now, if you're wondering, hey, Robbie, where do I get this mod? Check it out right here. You can get it at Nexus Mods, just released recently, Thermal Edge Katana. And this one is by bobodori, excuse me. And man, they did such a fantastic job with this mod. I love the look of it. It is so cool. Now, if you're wondering about the actual stats to this mod, let me show you here. But yeah, check it out. You can catch enemies on fire. This is what I really wanted to highlight. That is so cool. But check it out right here. Here are some of the stats here. Of course, you have thermal damage. You also have stamina cost reduction and crit chance and burn chance. And then there's also some empty mod spots in there as well. But what I wanted to do was combine this mod with the Sin City, you know, look. And it looks absolutely amazing. It is called Sin Night City Reshade preset. This one is from Prediri, and my god, does it make the game look completely different. I love it. There's something about it. I also like the Saboteur game. I don't know if any of you actually are familiar with that one, but yeah, check it out on Nexus Mods right here. Go get it. Amazing mod. Change the look of the game completely. I personally think it's so cool when they do this type of art style, but also it's very easy to install, as you can clearly see. So it's not a headache. You can really just enjoy getting it into your game, and I guess it's also easy to remove as well, so no problems with that. But it makes the game look quite dark and beautiful indeed, for sure. And I just love how it makes the reds pop throughout the city. Some work had to be put into this one for sure, but you can make some really cinematic moments. And I kind of wish there was like flashbacks in the storyline where it gave you this visual look. I think that would have been really cool if they actually did something like that. But you know what? I think it's time to chrome up big time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Edgerunners mods that we have right here. This is so cool. So if you want to mirror what David looks like and even Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgerunners, you can do that with the power of this mod right here. Check it out. It's called Unique V Cyberware Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and this one is really cool. It is from SEDTHSEDTHTANANURAK, I believe. Sorry if I butcher that name, but yeah, they did such an amazing job with this mod, and it works for both female characters and male characters, so that's great news. No worry there. That I was initially worried about that, but yeah, you can also see here how we have the look that David got in Edgerunners as he installed the Sanvestin in the earlier parts of Edgerunners. But yeah, so cool looking, by the way, in third person. I can't recommend enough the third person perspective mod. You know what? I'm going to throw that in the link as well, just in case you're new to modding and you don't have that mod. I will make sure to put that in the description. But that one is also on, of course, Nexus Mods. pretty easy to install. You just have to install in a certain manner. But yeah, they did such a great job mirroring the look of David here, showcasing what you can do with Edgerunners. And I want to see official support for Edgerunners DLC and content. I want to see this sort of thing added to like update 1.7 on every platform. So for those of you that are stuck on consoles, you don't have to worry. You can actually enjoy content like this, or hire the modders. Bring these mods to every single platform. I'm always going to push for this big time. And check it out. We have really cool Halloween themed mods. I couldn't do a mod video without highlighting something Halloween, since yes, we are now officially in October. So it is time to get your Halloween on. I always like to celebrate Halloween kind of like for a month long. We do many different types of costume parties over here, like once a week throughout all of Halloween. I love it so much. I think like that type of holiday, I guess you would call it, could be extended to 30 days. That's just my opinion. One and done does not do it for me when it comes to Halloween. Now, this mod is called Halloween Helmet Archive XL. It's by EzioMaverick. Check it out right here on Nexus Mods. Go get it. Looks like it's a simple process of installing it. No big deal, so you don't have to really worry about it. And it's great for photo mode as well. And if you're into Halloween like me, have at it and enjoy it for sure. All right, so I have seen so many of you mention this in my comments on my videos. You guys want to see more interactions through Night City, being able to go to clubs, sit at bars, have one of your companions join you. Well, it's actually possible now through this mod right here, Night City Interactions, Watson Drinks, and Edgerunners Locals. This one is by Deceptus, and my God, they did an amazing job on this. Yes, you could sit with Pan Am at the Afterlife and enjoy a drink. That is something that we all wanted to do, and it's not an official supported feature of Cyberpunk right now. But yeah, you can even like pull up Judy, for example, and sit at Lizzie's and enjoy a drink there. So it really does take advantage of the full scope of Night City. That's one thing that I really do like about this mod. But you know what? If Chappie is still alive in your storyline, you could sit with him at Tom's Diner as well and enjoy a few final moments together. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see this one officially supported once again. But what's cool is this is how it works, actually. You go to the bar, and then it asks you some options. Just have a drink with Judy, Pan Am, River, or Carrie. And there are some prerequisites, by the way. So you have to have certain relationship status with some of these characters to be able to have them join you at the bar. All the details with that on the actual Nexus mod page, so you're not confused. But this mod goes a little bit further as well, beyond just sitting at bars and grabbing a drink with these companions. Also going to extend out to, yes, Edgerunners, so you can experience and have different types of things you could do to interact with the environment to really mirror what was going on in Edgerunners. This is going to be perfect, of course, for, guess what? Photo mode. So if you really want to take some photos, you can do that. Check it out right here. The bench that was also highlighted in Edgerunners. You can actually sit there now and take some photos there if you want to. I just think it's such a cool touch to have this sort of thing in the game, and they really need to up the interactivity with the actual environment in Night City on an official level, patch by patch. You guys have been basically screaming for these type of features, and it's kind of been surprising to me that you guys want like such nuanced features in Cyberpunk 2077, but also it makes absolute sense because it's kind of what is expected from this game, in my opinion. All right, so now it's time to go over your top comments from my most recent Cyberpunk videos. So let's do it. My most recent video was called this right here. It says, "Everything is changing. Goodbye 2077. Hello 2078. New updates from CD Project Red." Let's go ahead and take a look at what you all said about this one. So Antonio Armstrong goes on to say this: "It was never the number of games in development, but rather being allowed to finish the games in development." See, Cyberpunk 2077 failed because they weren't allowed to complete development when the hype for it was stratospheric. Furthermore, he says this: "Now that they felt the kind of failure, that can end a company and got a money transfusion, added much more talent, moved to a proven and state-of-the-art engine, and had a successful rebuild due to the effort to fix Cyberpunk, we may get what they're promising. I sure hope so. You know, it's really cool that they also have the support of course, Epic Games with Unreal Engine 5. I think that's the entirely new dynamic for CD Projekt Red that has made them this confident to be able to say, hey, we're going to be making like 5 Witcher games, a Cyberpunk sequel. We got this. So they have major backup from Epic Games, and they consider, you know, what they're doing with Epic Games a complete mutual partnership. So that also interests me big time. I'm curious to see if you're going to see crossover content from The Witcher, from Cyberpunk consistently in whatever Epic Games introduces, you know, through their games. All right, so let's keep going. We have this one called Free Mr. Right. He says, I must say, it's amazing how you pull a Cyberpunk video out of thin air every single day. Well, there's been like legit news lately about Cyberpunk, and honestly, I love this franchise so much, and I'm going to continue reporting on it. And I remember when the game came out, it, you know, kind of failed. It really stumbled, I guess you would say, at launch, and I continued covering it. And people were like, are you insane? Why are you covering this game? Why didn't you just give up on it? I'm glad I didn't give up on it. It's really turned into something special. Then we have this one from Christian Angrew, who says, don't worry about the second DLC. We're making a sequel. Yeah, I know, a sequel is never in question. It's just incredibly hard to get excited for sequels that are 6 to 8 years away. Who knows? I could be dead by then. That was dark. I took a dark turn there. I hear what you are saying, and I get it. A lot of people are like, well, you know, we're not getting a second DLC. The sequel is going to be its replacement. No, absolutely not. This sequel is so far out. They haven't even made the actual studio. They've, you know, essentially are at the beginning phases of establishing the Boston studio over in North America to really begin developing Cyberpunk 2078, if you want to call it that. But that's why I keep pushing for a second DLC, second expansion. We need something in between. We need long-term support for Cyberpunk 2077, because this is going to take forever, in my opinion, to develop Cyberpunk 2078, even longer, of course, than what we are going to be seeing with the next Witcher game, because that's going to take apparently anywhere from 4 to 5 years from what they indicated on the conference call. And of course, they are actually beginning development of that currently. They haven't even started with Cyberpunk 2078, so you can imagine how long that game would actually take. And a lot of you are like, hey, well, can't they just transition you know, Night City over from Red Engine to Unreal Engine 5? We don't even know if Night City is going to be the setting of Cyberpunk 2078. We might get an entirely new setting. So yeah, that's a whole other issue. Now we have Dapper Khan, who says, hope Phantom Liberty adds a bunch of base stuff to the base game along with the expansion and new place, because as of right now, it's not smart to move on completely from 2077. Agree completely. Phantom Liberty is going to be awesome. I can't wait for that one. Hopefully it's awesome, by the way. And I just wish it would encourage CD Projekt Red to establish a team to permanently be on Cyberpunk 2077. It's very doubtful that's actually going to happen, considering their relationship with Epic Games. I am sure Epic Games would not exactly be very happy that they had a dedicated team working on anything but Unreal Engine 5. There it is. Some really cool mods for Cyberpunk 2077. Finally making some mod videos, but stay tuned for more Cyberpunk 2077 mods and much more. And I will see you all next time. Take care.